Hello, fellow gardeners. Have you ever dreamt of biting into a juicy, sun-warmed tomato straight from your own garden? It's a wonderful feeling, and I'm here to tell you that growing your own tomatoes is easier than you might think. Whether you have a spacious backyard, a sunny balcony, or even just a well-lit windowsill, you can experience the joy of cultivating these delicious fruits. Don't be daunted if you're new to gardening. With a little care and attention, anyone can grow tomatoes at home. The process is incredibly rewarding, and nothing beats the flavor of a homegrown tomato. In this guide, we'll walk through all the steps together, from choosing the right variety to harvesting your bounty. Let's get started. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a race. There will be sunshine and showers, successes and setbacks. Embrace the experience and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. The rewards, in the end, are well worth the effort. Let's begin, shall we? Now, let's talk about tomatoes. There are so many wonderful varieties to choose from, each with its own unique flavor, size, and growth habit. When selecting your tomato plants, consider your available space and the type of tomato you enjoy eating. If you have a large garden, you might fancy growing sprawling, indeterminate varieties like Sungold or Brandywine, which produce fruit throughout the growing season. For smaller spaces or containers, compact determinate types like Patio or Roma are ideal, as they grow to a manageable size and produce a single, abundant crop. Cherry tomatoes, like the sweet Sun Sugar or the tangy Sweet Million, are always a favorite, especially with children. Their small size and abundant yields make them perfect for snacking. For a taste of heritage, try heirloom varieties like Black Crim or Cherokee Purple, known for their unique flavors and colors. You can begin your tomato growing adventure by starting from seeds or buying young plants, often called seedlings. Both methods have their advantages. Starting from seed allows you to choose from a wider variety of tomatoes, including some rare and unusual types. If you're a first-time grower, starting with seedlings might be a bit easier. Seedlings are readily available at garden centres and nurseries, and they give you a head start on the growing season. When selecting seedlings, choose sturdy plants with healthy green leaves and no signs of pests or diseases. To start tomatoes from seed, sow them indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last expected frost date. Use a seed-starting mix and keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. Once the seedlings have developed their first set of true leaves, you can transplant them into larger pots. Tomatoes are hungry feeders and need plenty of space for their roots to grow. Once your seedlings are a few inches tall and the danger of frost has passed, it's time to transplant them to their final growing spot, either in the ground or in larger pots. Choose a sunny location that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. Tomatoes thrive in warm temperatures, so ensure the soil is nice and warm before transplanting. To acclimatize your seedlings to outdoor conditions, gradually introduce them to the elements over a week or so, a process called hardening off. When transplanting, dig a hole slightly larger than the root ball of the seedling. Gently remove the seedling from its pot, being careful not to damage the roots. Plant the seedling deeply, burying the stem up to the first set of true leaves. This encourages the development of a strong root system. It is fade. Sunshine and water are the lifeblood of your tomato plants. Ensure they receive at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily for optimal growth and fruit production. Water deeply and consistently, especially during dry spells. Tomatoes prefer moist but well-drained soil. Water at the base of the plant, avoiding wetting the leaves, as this can encourage fungal diseases. A good rule of thumb is to water deeply when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Mulching around your tomato plants with organic matter like straw or wood chips helps retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature.
Remember, consistent watering is crucial for healthy tomato plants and a bountiful harvest. Tomatoes are hungry plants and benefit from regular feeding throughout the growing season. You can give them a nutritious boost with a balanced organic fertilizer or make your own compost tea. Feed your tomato plants every 2 to 3 weeks, starting a couple of weeks after transplanting. Avoid over-fertilizing, as this can lead to excessive foliage growth at the expense of fruit production. Look for fertilizers with a higher phosphorus content, which promotes flowering and fruiting. Epsom salt is a great natural supplement for tomatoes, as it provides magnesium, which aids in nutrient absorption and fruit development. Dissolve a tablespoon of Epsom salt in a gallon of water and apply it to your plants every 2 weeks for an extra boost. Supporting your plants. Reaching for the sky. As your tomato plants grow taller and heavier with fruit, they'll need support to prevent them from toppling over. There are several methods for supporting your plants, including stakes, cages, and trellises. Staking involves driving a sturdy stake into the ground next to each tomato plant and loosely tying the main stem to the stake as it grows. Cages are circular or square structures that surround the plant, providing support as it branches out. Trellises are vertical structures that allow you to train your tomato plants upward, maximizing space and promoting air circulation. Choose the support method that best suits your garden space and the growth habit of your chosen tomato variety. Whichever method you choose, ensure the support is strong enough to handle the weight of the plant and its fruit. Keeping pests away. Protecting your tomatoes. Like all plants, tomatoes can sometimes attract unwanted visitors in the form of pests. Keep a watchful eye out for common culprits like aphids, whiteflies, and tomato hornworms. Early detection is key to preventing infestations. Encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings, which are natural predators of many garden pests. You can attract these helpful insects by planting companion plants like marigolds, nasturtiums, and herbs like dill and basil. If you do encounter pests, try using natural remedies before resorting to chemical pesticides. A strong blast of water from the hose can dislodge aphids and whiteflies. Hand-pick tomato hornworms and drop them into a bucket of soapy water. Neem oil is a natural insecticide that can help control a wide range of pests. Harvesting time. Enjoying the fruits of your labor, the moment you've been waiting for. After weeks of tending to your tomato plants, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Tomatoes are best harvested when they're fully ripe and have developed their full color and flavor. Depending on the variety, ripe tomatoes can range in color from bright red to yellow, orange, purple, or even green. Gently squeeze the tomato. It should feel firm but slightly yielding to the touch when ripe. To harvest, simply twist the tomato until it detaches from the vine, or use a pair of pruning shears to snip it off. Once harvested, store your tomatoes at room temperature and enjoy them within a few days. You can also preserve your harvest by canning, freezing, or drying your tomatoes to savor their flavor throughout the year. Happy growing, sharing the tomato joy. Congratulations, fellow gardeners. You've embarked on the rewarding journey of growing your own delicious tomatoes at home.